So what about Chinese stocks? Are you still looking to invest in Chinese stocks?
I think it's pretty much. I think this should be a hedge. I'm not saying that you should trade Apple or Microsoft for Alibaba and Tencent, but given the move over the last couple of months, and as this war intensifies, I think it would be a mistake to not. So maybe if Alibaba gets to like 121, I would take a shot there. But I think you definitely need some exposure for sure. Once again, the DeepSeek thing I think was a Trojan horse to tell you China's back. Now, I think Grok is probably better, and you get to keep your IP for now. But I think Alibaba and Tencent have to at least be on your radar to add your portfolio for the next 4 or 5 years if our economy does not do well. The hedge is healthcare and Chinese stocks as a hedge if Trump does not manage well these next 4 years.
I think those are the two. If you are looking at an emerging company, I think BYD is something to put on your watch list.
BYD is.
I think Baidu is something to put on your watch list. But yeah, I think the moment that January 27th, we'll never forget. But the meeting that happened after, amongst Chinese officials, that was called after the DeepSeek fiasco. From our standpoint, was important because it marked an era of like, hey, we need to come together. This is who we're fighting. How are we going to combat it? And then a week later, you hear Alibaba saying they're allocating whatever amount of billions of dollars to AI.
Yeah,
very important. I think you nailed those two, and then I would add those other two.
And if CNYA, which is an ETF, gets to like, I don't know, $15 or something like that, I would take a stab at that as well. But that would be like a last measure. But Baba and Tencent are the ones. But BYD, I'm afraid, because the car looks better than the Tesla. If we're just looking car for car, BYD is outperforming for sure. So, and if they make their way into America and begin to sell here against Tesla,
they're not gonna let them. They're not gonna
part of the deal.
They'll sell in some other countries
for sure.
But that's the thing, and that's where Tesla, from a worldwide standpoint, right, having EVs globally, right, charging stations. A lot of places don't have the infrastructure for it.
That's true.
Just yet. Like we can do it because there's open space in the middle of America. We can find space. We still have open space. You go to countries in Europe and it's like, where are you going to put a charging station?
Yeah.
Right. So like, that's why the e-bikes make a lot more sense, right?
Yeah.
Smaller, compact. You can charge that anywhere.
Yeah.
Whereas, the EV space for cars is a little bit more difficult for countries like Europe. But
you think Tesla should come out with a motorcycle?
I think they should have a two-wheel vehicle.
Okay.
I think so. I think they definitely should. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Makes sense.